It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Black Knights and the Dolphins under the lights on Sunday night.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Brooklyn. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Now Rodgers. Allen here on the screen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in him as well.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
All right. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Black Knights offense and receiver Garrett Wilson ready to get going again. And we'll have to wait and see what his final numbers are at the conclusion of this weekend. And as he enters Week 18, the NFL's leader in receptions. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The drive starts with a run from HM. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Bill going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Javon Kinlaw. He's the one that drops in this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. Bowden now to return. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Black Knights offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one left side caught by Berrios. And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Short throw to Smith, and he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. In motion, Hill. Play action. Now it's Tua. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Achane.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Javon Kinlaw able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They'll get 34 yards there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, it's Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's got room at the 30.
And finally marked down at the 23. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught, it's Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Hey, 88. Back north.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jared Wilson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tua sets up to pass it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to pass. Tua. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold leading the way as his guys pick up win number 14 on the year. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Jordan Love, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're ready for the second half in Brooklyn as we send you back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tua steps away to his left. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Paul ought to give up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Allen looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 26.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Braylon Allen, his 8th rushing. The year. And here's Achane to start the drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
Jalen Phillips, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
On play action, Rodgers.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but and he'll send Waddle in motion left. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
2nd down and 8. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. The return is Bowden.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
The Black Knights offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
Here is 3rd down at 4. They'll run with Hall.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Hill to return it.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Tua going to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
All right, come on.
They'll go. Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first out as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Ready, son?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
It's caught. Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Jermaine Johnson in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
87 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll go again with Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
Going right back to Wilson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
To throw is Rodgers.
That is caught.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now Allen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw here.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
On the out route, he's got Mostert.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, the receptions continue to pile up for him. You see there, he's at 120 now on the year.
Rodgers throwing here.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Brooklyn, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.